tracked down than I expected. I had to call nearly a dozen auto body shops, pretending to be a guy from your insurance company.
Hey, they say it ain't over till it's over. Well, let me tell you, this one definitely ain't over.
Well, aren't you cute? You look like a little wet seal. I hope no one close you. I think I'll be fine. I'm actually just gonna head back to the water with Liam. Well, you have fun now. I'll just be waiting for him when he gets back. All oiled up! Hi.
Dixon's one of the truth about dance and Savannah and everything.
Yeah, Savannah was a girl.
Music on that jukebox.
Let me see this. Do you know my number by heart?
Hey, you.
You cool?
Oh, I'm one of those people who usually run to the So I brought some food. Did you pour some great big appetite out there? I sure did. What'd you got in there? Just some sandwiches. Looks like you got a bunch one for Grandpa.
This is really nice of you, Naomi. Thanks.
Hey, Coach, Nate brought some sandwiches. You want one?
No, I'm good. Can you back on you for a second? Yeah, sure. We'll be right back.
Turkey and sprout? Good choice. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Hey, look up. I'm sorry. That was totally an accident. Whatever. Out of here. Ow! What the hell? Sorry. An accident.
Hey, hey, are you asleep? Because I was testing it out. You said what? I'm gonna just leave you alone, bro. I see. I called Paige off your call. I called Paige with no caller ID. And I told her I was trying to figure out if it worked or not. And I just told him I'll leave him alone so I could understand. I just said my grace and then I ate. Got a particular taste. I just stuffed my pockets in my face. Okay, let's have a debate. We talking about, I promise I'm feeling the way. I took the bodies up out of my closet. I buried them deep and they still in the way. I filled up the crib with cars. I always
She's dancing. You're different. Yeah, but if you have to choose, had to? Yeah. Who's gonna make it? Yeah.
I was outside of the building, I'm on in the spot when it beat it, you gotta have faith. I'm in the mandatory said ever since we lost, bro, it ain't really much more. Till when it's late, mama told me to pray, I do that cause you know I can play. You felt the fill up for real, we got rise in the back, but you know we ain't coming to play. You be up playing the States, I be up playing abroad with the mates. Make room on my plate, I just said my grace and then I ate. Got a particular taste, I just stuffed my pockets in my face. Okay, let's have a debate, we talking about I promise I'm feeling the way. I took the bodies up out of my closet, I buried them, and they still in the way.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position,
hey, does my mic sound good?
The momentum of your team as you start a game.
Yeah, I'm like a couple feet away from it.
McCaffrey running up the middle, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run.
I'm already seeing this game will be a running game.
Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted.
That's that boy, the Gene. Got that pick 6 in the dang Super Bowl.
He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Yeah, this is an L game. I don't even have the right playbook.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Hey, like you that,
Here's 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. This now a 3rd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And he is going to lose yardage here. It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Smith will come in motion right. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 53 yards. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Looky here, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and now an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebacks for just a split second.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Purdy. Forced out to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. 3rd and 2. Purdy now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have cut the lead back down to 2. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Now Purdy, and this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Hurts. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going to try and throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Oh, I didn't even think it was one-handed. I didn't clip that.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts.